Welcome to the HorsePower by Lee Ju-Fo. So, let me introduce myself. My name is WinSon, the founder of PINKGUY. And I was making framing. Today is 43 years, since 15 years old. So, how I become a filmmaker, don't mind, go to my website and you can read my story. A bit long, okay. So, but anyhow, thank you, Mr. Lee Kai. Today, make his trip from Penang, purposely for Lee Ju-Fo HorsePower. Of course, thank you very much for Patrick. Make his trip from Australia because his father-in-law has vision. So, of course, the most thank you is everyone here to witness the HorsePower by Lee Ju-Fo. Today, 2026, July 11, going to unveil. I wanted to say that is, without Francis, I know this HorsePower by Lee Ju-Fo because that was maybe more than last 2 years. Yeah. So that when he bring his piece of Sarawak artist for me to reframe, that's how I know Francis and how it just happened that he talked about Lee Ju-Fo, the Francis, Patrick, So that I get shocked because Lee Ju-Fo in my mind, in my heart, that's the artist that I like. And the way he painted and the way of, as a Malaysian artist, that it should be a lot of Malaysians know about Lee Ju-Fo, this artist. But unfortunately, Lee Ju-Fo, for the young generation art collector, they didn't know about Lee Ju-Fo. And for me, I would love to do this bridge to the new generation art lover to know more about Lee Ju-Fo. Therefore, I very much to make this exhibition on. So today, I'm so happy HorsePower by Lee Ju-Fo is on the way to unveil. But before we go to unveil, I would like to share a little bit of when I received the 15 pieces from Patrick and Francisco from Australia. And let me tell you this, because for me, in Mandarin, this is 真品, meaning that is a treasure work from his family. So these 15 pieces for me is an honor that I received. And I can see the age is many years, 20 years, 20 over years, that kind of work. But it's a paper work. How to frame it nicely and preserve nicely for a collector to own it in future. So that is my job. Today, later on you can see how I use our contemporary frame style to bring out our master Lee Ju-Fo work, black and white horse, into a new generation admire situation. That is my purpose. Because a lot of new generation people, when they look at the old-fashioned artist work, they find out, old-fashioned, how can I put it in my new house, new place, Therefore, today, I have the job to make this transform this to be a new generation art pieces, art collection pieces. And also, I would like to be introduced about the glass. So paperwork need to be having the glass for the framing. So in the market, the glass have two types called reflective glass and a non-reflective glass. So, but today for this lithophore work, for paper work, we normally introduce customer collector to having reflective glass. Because only the reflective glass, you can see the actual color of the artwork. Non-reflective glass, the non-reflective glass will make the color down and you won't see the actual color more brightened and more real. So that's why we only suggest and introduce the customer using reflective glass. But a few years ago, we bring in this from US, a new museum glass, and it's called Where is My Glass? When you look at the pieces of the glass, it's like no glass, and cut UV, and you know, like this function of the glass, and really help the artwork without any reflection. That's why it's called Where is My Glass? So for this kind of glass, today I'm putting up in one piece of the smaller piece just to show the customer, any customer who buy any pieces here, they got the option, just additional, a special price to having this museum glass. But would like to share this with museum glass is a different kind of the effect. But anyhow, reflective normal glass is still can bring out the beauty of lithophore.